Well, good evening. You're very welcome to the Masters Championship for round number 3 of Division 3 here at the Hungary ring for the Hungarian Grand Prix. My name is Graham, and joining me today is Joe McElroy Corboy. Hello, Joe.
Well, Graham, thanks for the nickname. Yeah, I'm Beast Gulls, yeah.
Yeah, you're very good. Very not
Thanks.
good. I believe Tom Chad is going to get started. He's on a flying lap. He had a mistake there, but as he and many others are going around, Joe, on their out laps, and as they get into their flying laps, why don't you take us through the standings after round 2 there?
After round 2, Focky is first with 60 points, followed by Bomber Sanford, who had a great result in P2 with 43. Jetty is in third with 36. Synchronizer DJ with 32 points in fourth. CVG in fifth with 29. Unsafe Release in sixth with 26. Caesar in seventh with 25. Ivor Bryn Mike with 21 in eighth. Heated with 20 in eighth or ninth. And Sygate in 10th with 18. We'll do the constructors. Constructors is Haas leading the way by 45 points with 92 points. Renault in second with 47, closely followed by Ferrari with 46, and then closely followed by McLaren with 43, and then Alfa Romeo with 37.
Excellent stuff. So things are nicely set up after those first 2 races. Any surprises, Joe, so far in the early season that something's caught your eye?
Well, Bomber Sanford.
Yeah.
What guy? Like, great result last week. Was it a P2, was it? P2 in Azerbaijan and a P4 in Austria as well. Like, he's going places. So
yeah, that was the other thing. That was the other thing with that, was that it wasn't just it wasn't like, obviously, look, it was a big result there, but obviously he had the strong result the week before as well. So that was it wasn't like, it was obviously, look, he started from what, like P16, so you wouldn't have expected him to see him up in second place there by the end of the race, but like, he had shown good stuff in Australia before, or not Australia, haha. I just keep thinking that's the first round.
Austria, Graham. Austria.
Yeah, it's close enough, right?
No, it's not, no.
No, it's not really, but
No.
yeah, I'd be happy to see him do another good result today in top 10, but we'll see how it all unfolds, Joe. You can see lots of people kind of split with the strategies here. Some people are going for softs immediately, bit of track position. Others going for the hards, and then maybe warm to a set of mediums. How would you approach it yourself?
Personally, I wouldn't touch softs because they die after 3-4 laps. But these boys must be starting the softs, start to go to do what Scuba did in Division 1. Go to hard straight away and do 30 laps. Or maybe try stretch out the softs and go mediums maybe and do a 2-stop. But personally, I would pick if you're starting top 10, go medium hard, and if you're outside the top 10, go hard medium. That's what personally I'd do.
Because we don't know if the weather is going to be a factor in the race. I'm guessing by the decision by everyone, kind of, we're not seeing all softs, for example, so
well, it's quite split, so it is.
Yeah, I'd imagine, just judged on that, then, that we're likely going to see at least a dry start, even if things could get wet during the race, but we don't know as of yet. But Focky is currently leading the way ahead of his teammate Synchronizer there. See, he's only man in the 16s. Ahead of his teammate there is just narrowly ahead of Sygate, and then Heated is leading the way there, 17.9. He's actually just about to finish another lap. He's just beginning another lap there on the hards. What kind of time are you aiming for? Because it could be, I guess on the hards, obviously, look, the grip is obviously not as much as there as it would be on a set of softs. You've got some people making the gamble. Do you get worried at all if enough people start going on the softs and you get closer to being nudged out the top 10? What is safe for you in terms of a time for these hards?
On hards, well, for Division 3, I don't know. For me personally, for Division 2 would be 7 low, mid to low 17s, but that's after like nearly 3 runs or 4 runs on the hards.
Stevie G. Putting a 16
For the
flat there.
mediums then, in, I don't know, it's probably 7/10 quicker than the hards. So I don't know, maybe they'll be getting into low 70s or high 16s maybe. And then the softs are then 2.5 seconds quicker, so, you know.
Would that worry you at all if enough people started using the
No,
softs?
no, not at all.
You become to stick to the race strategy and then
Yeah,
let
yeah,
everything else in the race unfold itself. And
unfold, yeah. Let it all fold out themselves, yeah, 100%.
yeah, very possible. A little bit, yeah, 7/10 quicker there. Stevie G is in that his time at the moment. But I imagine the Haas is only getting started. Looking at the chicane section here of Focky, of course we need to keep an eye on Joe. Of course, as we can't have people exploiting that chicane.
Yeah.
The good old turn 6-7 chicane, easy to sneak an advantage. But Focky almost 3/10
on a
quicker.
lap.
Yeah, he's coming to the end
Thinking
of it.
it's coming to line as well.
Good spot, and he does go quicker, but still behind his teammate there, 16/8. Then for Synchronizer, his teammate coming around the final turn 14. A bit of a complicated corner this because you just want to get on it, but nature of the corner prevents you from doing so immediately. As Focky then does improve, ran out of ERS there near the end, but it is a 16.5, still half a second there, Joe, off of Stevie G.
Stevie G was doing 15s there in practice, so expect him to go quicker.
Would you place him as a favourite immediately for this race?
Not for the win, maybe for pole. Maybe, I don't know, but it's strategy like it's just, no. Sorry. No.
Well, you sound very disapproving of the strategy, Joe.
Yeah, I don't like I don't like softs, like, it's just, no. Because, big shot is after missing the pits there.
Seen the end of that. Hope he's got enough. He's got plenty of time, so, but might run out of fuel.
Yeah, I don't really like the soft scram because they'll be only banking on a safety car or a VSC. But if they don't get any of that, a VSC or a safety car, then they're F.
Solid. I know what you mean. I'm watching Caesar going on board with him for a lap. I do expect him to be somewhat near the front end here. Come through turn 4, difficult corner, very quick. Obviously the curbs this year are quite, shall we say, unkind.
Aggressive.
And especially at turn 4 where you just like to chuck the car in. It's hard to do that this time around. Oh, traffic here for Caesar to try and negotiate. He's still got the McLaren of Big Shot in front of him, who I'm sure, yeah, there you go, gets out of the way there at the exit of turn 11. I wonder if
54.6.
Misses the apex there. I wonder if he'll peel into the pits or if he'll try and at least get a lap in. But yeah, I imagine concentrate's a bit hard for Caesar on this lap with so many cars around him, and he is going to pull into the pits with a lock up there as well. But Silas is on a lap, Joe, on the hards. Need to set a time in the Mercedes.
Very low on ERS also.
And he sets a 1:20.8, which puts him last of everyone who has set a time thus far.
Tygate's on a flying lap. I think
he's just finished, hasn't he? He wasn't in the... he's just started.
Yeah.
In P4 there, so Renault looking good here. Haas as well. Two Haas is separating the two Renaults. Let's see how he takes turn 4, Cygate, as he heads up the hill. Nice, looks clean. And then this turn 5, infamous turn 5. Every single F1 game, that turn 5, you touch that curb, you take too much of that on the inside of turn 5 there, that you are going around, and that is something all F1 games share in common.
Yeah. Spin around.
Want to really avoid it. My first TMC race was actually here in Hungary, and I got up onto that curb. It wasn't.
Yeah, I remember it. I remember it well, so I do.
I think I caught it, but it wasn't. It's not a fun time.
No, it was not. I remember it. I remember seeing you just spin out.
You were also in that race, were you not?
I was also in that race, yeah.
Somewhere very far behind.
I didn't finish though, I don't think.
Sounds about right. Here comes Cygate though. Honestly, Sauce, can he make any impression on the top 3? He can sneak in just about there, just about missing there on second place with a 1:16.54, only 2 thousandths behind Focky. I believe still in the pits, but his teammates back out on track. Synchronizer.
Yeah, that was your S. ASAP, like, you lost it there in the second last corner there.
Who's like it?
I don't think Stevie G. And he nearly improved. I don't think, would he get out again? Is that reversing this?
Oh,
no, unfortunately.
No reverse, but I think he'll get back out again. This is enough time, right?
Tor also there on lap Jetty.
You need to get within. You need to get within. Tom Chakas gets into the top 10 there. You need to get what? About 3 minutes ish. That's very safe.
250, 240. Jetty's coming around that corner, Graham.
So, I finally found him. So yeah, you'll get out again. I'm sure. Maybe if he doesn't. Maybe if he doesn't finish this lap. See what Jesse can do though, as he creeps into the top 5 himself on a set of mediums, no less, Joe.
Told you, Graham.
So, Synchronizer will have to find a way past that, because the last thing you need, and he is pulling into the pits, I think that's the wise decision. The last thing you need is to be on a softer compound tyre, the less ideal tyre for the race, behind someone who's on mediums. That's the last thing you need.
I think he'll start, he'll go in, Jetty will, I don't know. I think Jetty's, is he in the pit? Oh no, he's not.
No, he's not. He's out. So I don't think he's going to go in for a set of
I think he will, Graham. I think he's going to absolutely bait it around the track and cut every corner and get in and do a bit of softs.
He's got a bit. Oh, he's got time, to be fair. He'll get to the pits about in 3 minutes. The Synchronizer is out. I think he's retired in the pits. So I think, Joe, that is going to be. It's going to be it. I don't see him on. I don't think it's on track. So there you go. Synchronizer won't be starting any higher than 5th. And on the set of soft compounds, no less. No, a ton of cars out of track, to be fair. Like, still ticking down. Not the optimal
Caesar's on lap. Oh, he's after butchering that chicane. Absolutely butchering it.
Is he back down? No, he's still in high.
Still going.
He does need to set a lap time at some stage. I wonder if he'll come in. He might just have enough time. He'll be tight.
That third oh, man.
He struggled there again. That's turn 12. He struggled with twice now to try and get it, and he's very wide
up
here.
Oh my god. Doing some locking up, boy.
He is indeed going to bail. Where's Albin Anderson? There he was. I tried to find him. He's up with the 6th place, 17.4 on mediums for Albin. So a few more times on these mediums.
A good return.
Begin to creep in there. Yes, it is a good return.
Two reserves there, Graham. Albin and DJ Williamson.
Indeed, once again in the Williams, like they were last week. There's a Toro Rosso.
Oh, sorry.
Right there it is. It's King Alex. Heated is just starting a lap on mediums. Ooh. So, and King Alex has run out of ERS pretty early here.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if he's going to be. Well, we'll see if he does any improvement.
17, I'd say.
18 was his quickest lap. He does go into the top 10. 18.1 for the Toro Rosso driver. His teammate, I believe, is coming around the final corner, which is Jetty. He's going on another lap, Joe, and he's going faster as well. Could he break into the top 3? Top 2. 16.519. Second place. Front row start for now.
3 lap old. Mediums though.
For Jetty, good lap from him. Psyche is just beginning the lap. There's a Red Bull coming around. They're on an out lap. So a lot of people, Joe, just beginning their final laps.
Yeah, just watch for the chicane, Graham.
You keep an eye there, Joe, as well.
I don't know who's close now.
See, so Psyche is just starting lap, as is Stevie G. With the Williams, that's Albin Anderson going into the pits. I think Heated then is the furthest forward who's on a flying lap. I think this will be his last, because he doesn't have the ERS for another run after this. So what's Heated going to do? 17.9 is his quickest time. He's the quickest on the hards, I believe. Can he carry that through onto the meters as well? 16.5 is what he needs to beat. It is not going to be that. It's a 17.1 for Heated.
Going again.
Yeah, he won't have enough ERS to do it, so that's unfortunate for him. See, well, he's enough ERS to look. He's not good enough to. What's the word I'm looking for?
CG's backed off
to do it.
So he gets 3/10 down.
they're all coming around that
Joe
last
Williamson.
corner. Callum Payne is first. Running wide there. It's actually just starting lap, so there is a whole bunch of cars coming around, Joe. Starting with Tom Chad. There's a Renault going to the pits. That must be Stevie G then, as you mentioned.
Awesome dude.
So he goes
The dirty air he got with that last corner.
He's
Oh
not
my
happy.
god. He is in
8th place, but he's not too pleased. King Alex then, as the check flag is about to... There it is. So there she is. Where is Stevie G? His teammate did not set a final lap. Stevie G is not going to set a final lap himself. So that just leaves... I think is that basically it? I don't think Focky... Unless there's a glitch
Tom
here.
Chad is on the lap. He just invalidated, butchered the turn 4, is it? Oh, turn 5. 6, 7 now. Chicane.
A lot of people, Joe, this has been pretty anticlimactic. A lot of people are just... It just hasn't worked out. Like, some people have come into the pits, some people got caught out by the flag.
1.5 seconds up on his lap.
So it's just going to be a very, very anticlimactic ending, kind of like it was last week in Baku. But let's see unsafe release, and he could get himself to the top 10 here. He should do. He does. Just ahead of his teammate there in 8th place. There's a Mercedes coming around the final bend as well. That must be Callum Payne. Just going to run out of ERS. What can this be? Can he take it in the top 10? He's just outside of that. Might be for the best for him. 17.5 for him. Just ahead of him then, or behind him rather, was Tom Chad, who is not going to improve on this lap. There's a Ferrari coming out. It is Mercurial C, so this could be one to watch. He's just run out of ERS then. Can he get into the top 5? No, he is well outside. He's on mediums, but he's well outside. 17.5 for him. I think, Joe, that is going to do it.
That is going to Grant.
So anticlimactic again in the end, but Stevie G by half a second takes pole position, but he is on the softs. Jetty be one to watch indeed on his.
Yeah, but his tyres are 3 laps old already. Like, you'd want to be pitting laps 16, 17. That'd be the window, I think.
We shall see, but he's on the front row, and it's an interesting run down there to turn 1, but we'll find out how it goes. There we go. That's what I was waiting for.
And also do it by yourself.
So, Joe, if you'd like to take us down through the top 10 then.
Wow. Disrespect, take it.
I know.
Steve G at first place, their pole, 2 points. Jetty in second, Focky in third, Syed in fourth, Synchronized DJ in fifth, DJ Wilson in sixth, Heated in seventh, Unsafe Release in eighth, also do it in ninth, Albin in 10th, Callum Payne in 11th, Caesar in 12th, Tom Chad in 13th, King Alice 14th, Big Shot 15th, in 16th, I Am Silas 17th, Bomber 18th, Iverbryn Mike who crashed, and the Miles who DNF'd. Or,
Thank you for that top 10, Joe.
Yeah, I couldn't pronounce your man
Invictus.
I'm not Invictus, sorry.
I don't think it's that hard of a name to say.
Yeah, it is for me, dyslexic, you know.
Well, Joe, there's a bit of shadows here, but it's not
shadows
exactly,
on the wall.
Yeah, you could say there's a few shadows on the wall. It's not exactly sunny though, is it?
It's a bit overcast, Graham. I think there's going to be showers later on.
You think there could be showers later on? We'll find out.
Yeah.
And
it's live.
They load the old setups, make any changes you can. Not a lot of changes you can make with Park Ferme, but you can make a few.
Yeah,
and of course
front wing.
Front wing, brake bias,
on
differential.
That's all.
And that is it. But for the guys outside the top 10, plenty more to.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want too much fuel either going around here either.
Could be following for a while, but let's see then what they decide to do. If you're watching the YouTube, hello. Just look at the comments now. Feel free to predict a race winner. Jesse looks pretty good, I'm not going to lie, but we shall see. So, Joe, no real surprises outside the top 10. No one selecting the softs, as you probably predict, which would kind of, I think, stand to mean that there's not going to be at least any rain, at least at the start. You know, in this first, not that the softs will kind of last long enough to kind of find out. But we do see some split strategies. So Caesar, King Alex, Invictus, Silas, Bomber Sanford and DeMiles all selecting the medium compound tyres, Ivorbrin Mike, Big Shotta, Tom Chad. I think most interestingly, Callum Payne in 11th,
Yeah,
selecting the hards. The
he's
good
going
news
to
for
get him.
him
Yeah, go on.
is that Caesar, okay, might get him off the line, but he's got Tom Chat behind that on hards. King Alex that's 3 positions back on mediums, and then Big Shotta. So he's not as if Callum Payne's going to be swamped by people on mediums and he's going to lose a bunch of time. And it's difficult to pass over here, so he's in a nice little spot there on those hards. Might not be doing a ton of overtaking to begin, but the race should come to him, if things go well, a little bit later in the race.
Yeah, you'd be just taking it easy, like just managing the tyres and keeping their front wing. That's all you'd be doing. That's what I was doing Wednesday. Just getting your nose out of trouble, just keeping it clean, go as far as you can, and you'll be up to them positions.
Is your PS4 having fun?
Sorry?
Is your PS4 having fun?
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that, folks.
So
just taking off here in Dublin Airport.
There's 4 drivers on softs: Stevie G, Focky, Cygate, Synchronizer. Do you see any of them taking the win or even getting up to a podium?
I think my top 3 will be Jetty, Caesar, and Focky.
Caesar's back in P12, that'd be a nice one for him. Let's see then. Going to go more to Focky here to start. He should get some good launch off the line here. Jetty could be a little bit vulnerable. Let's see then what his start is like then. 5 red lights. And away we go. Looks like a decent start for Stevie G. Not the best start for Focky. And he's already been lead by Cygate, who is trying to have a look at Jetty as they head towards turn 1. Late braking and see if they keep it clean. Focky Synchronizer have dropped significantly
already. Oh, we've a spinner.
And Cygate then on the inside. Jetty trying to hang around the outside. Can he hold this for P2? I don't think he's been able to do it. So Cygate then, great start for him. He is up to second already. DJ Williams, a good start from him, but the Hasses have fallen. There's some, it looks like Invictus and Ivory might have been involved in some sort of a scuffle there down the grid, but there's Heated there. You can see he's got a good view in front of him. Pack running very, very closely. Synchronizing DJ Williamson, Jetty, and then the 2 leading Renaults. How's the rest down the field, Joe?
Yeah, okay. So far, we have someone. Who's that? Wait.
Bomber Sanford going across the chicane, but it looks like he's okay, even if he is back down to P19. But it's a long race and 35 laps to unfold. Plenty of time for chop and change, but so far, Joe, pretty clean. Not gonna lie, it was a good start for the boys.
So far,
Awesome Dude and Caesar there. There's a battle for P9. Caesar going very, very wide. Could be in danger to Big Shotta. Just couldn't get the right trajectory, but it looks like Caesar's really struggling with some understeer issues. He just hasn't been able to hit those apexes.
Oh, Ivorbrin Mike! Oh my God, he's in the wall. He's after clipping. Holy clip! I didn't see who he clipped. He spun on the last corner and absolutely clipped the wall, and someone brought him out to Narnia there. So he's front wing damage on the hard, so it's not good for Ivorbrin Mike. I think it was Bomber.
Oh, Albon's gone very, very deep. He's absolutely completely missed the breaking point for turn 2, and he's hit the Mercedes pair. I think Silas has come off a lot worse there. I'm not sure if there's any damage done, but he completely missed it. And I think Albon's wing is okay, but a big, big mistake there from someone who's got a fair amount of experience. You can see on screen the position changes. Focky losing 4. DJ Williamson up 2, Cygate up 2, so some good starts there. Big Shot, a good start for him, up into 11th, and then Albon Anderson and Callum Payne have fallen a little bit there. Perhaps to be expected from Callum Payne on his hards there. Ooh, Synchronized had a look there on DJ Williamson into turn 12, but wasn't quite far enough forward to make a move. But some stuff in the off, and possibly, Joe, as the DRS is going to be enabled at the end of this lap.
Yes, quite close. So there's from 13th up. So they're all close on DRS. DJ Will. Oh my.
Jetty looking to make a move. Cygate's gone defensive. Around the outside. Can Jetty make that move? He's going to have the inside. Oh, bit of contact. Thankfully, no one went round, but he's going to have the inside for turn 2. Can he be late enough on the brakes to make that move down the inside on the Renault? Renault's going to hang around the outside, but she becomes the inside for turn 3. And Cygate holds on for the time being, but I wonder how long before these softs begin to really wear, and how quickly can Jetty get through, and can he do it without running wide at corners like that, as Saige just did there, and has gone with 3-second time penalty. Joe, won't do many favours for the time this race ends.
Mad. Chicane looks okay.
Yeah, I was just looking for that myself. Got Callum and King Alex, bit of squeeze in there, I think, possibly. Oh, maybe the contact from behind as well with Invictus, but they are trying to file through politely as best they can. But up the front, Stevie G not quite out of DRS range yet, and that will help Cygate, who will be a beneficiary of that extra straight line speed. But he's not got a lot of ERS, certainly compared to Jetty, who's been coasting here a little bit. Yellow flag actually. Oh, Bomber Sanford's out. The safety car is out. Now, who will dive into the pits? There's a couple of guys.
They'd all dive in, like, Graham. All the soft runners should go in, like.
They should, but they didn't. Synchronizer
it's
out.
So
on track,
stupid,
so
like.
You know, can't be saying that. So, drive through penalty for a campaign under safety car speeding. So, safety
Bomber
car
lost it, turn 4, Graham. Hit the curb, obviously, and then absolutely mowed the car over. Unfortunately for Bomber.
I think everyone, I'm not sure the exact time when it came out, but I'm not sure. I think everyone had a chance to leap into the pits, and maybe CVG may have missed out, but certainly Saige was in second, he was able to jump in, which means Synchronizer and Focky definitely at the time. They haven't gone into the pits.
Surely did a double stack.
You'd figure one of them will go in, but...
Have to.
Interesting then. So where does that... So that leaves Saige then in P15 on a set of hards. We saw this, Joe, in Division 1.
Yeah.
Those can go to the end, can they not?
They can go to the end. Scuba told me there the other day that his tyres were on 67%. So, it's possible. Well, it depends on how well they can keep their tyre temps and wear. You know, Graham?
He's in P15. Do you think he's got a chance now, Saige, at this race win?
It depends on how many more safety cars or VSCs will be coming out.
Very good point. The other point I would put across then as well is how, if he's quicker than the guys in front and he's got a pace advantage, how long does it take for him to get by, and how much time does he potentially lose? Let's see then if these soft runners have a change of heart. Yes, so CVG is diving into it. I think he didn't have a chance to, and the Haas boys are both staying out, so that is definitely then part of their plan. I think Stevie G may have been just too far forward, and then the perfect time for Jetty then to, or not for Jetty, Saige to
Callum is in as well.
So
for a nose change, I think. Is it? No? Mediums.
I think he can, well, he may have been changing his tyres, but I think it's possible that he may have thought he could serve his drive-through under safety car conditions, but you cannot.
You can't do that.
No, you cannot. But you might have been just wanting to switch to medium, so can't rule that out, but certainly you can't serve a drive-through penalty under a safety car. So if that was the plan, then I'm sure he's had a horrible realisation. So back there in 18th. So, but he had to change tyres anyway, but I don't think those mediums will go to the end, will they not?
But the big gainer out of all this, Big Shotta is up in 8th place. On the hards, like, he'll be the...
looking good.
It'll be the cork in the bottle, Graham.
Possibly, because Caesar here, as Albans gets a 5-second penalty under safety car, I'm sure that will be removed. So Caesar's in a good spot here as well, as is Awesome Dude. Basically, anyone who started on mediums is in a good spot. Jetty, again, it's really interesting with Jetty, with because obviously he did a lot of a lot of running on in qualifying on those mediums.
Yeah.
But yes, that's gonna be interesting. If Albon especially here is he going to get stuck behind that McLaren? And for the guys who've got a tyre advantage, like Caesar, like Austin, like everyone above them, with the exception perhaps of fucking Synchronizer, as the wear racks on, how far can they get away from Big Shots and safety cars in this lap? Because you think you're right, Joe. A gap could end up appearing there between Caesar and Big Shotter, just purely based on tyres. And if Big Shotter loses the DRS there to the Ferrari in front of him, could be a cause for
going to be tough.
But ready to get underway. Jetty then controls the pace as the safety car go on. DJ Williamson then behind in a strong position. These two need to leave Oh, there's an overtake. Has it happened on the safety car? I'm not sure, but lots of overtaking trying to happen on the safety car. They need to leave these softwares as quickly as possible. We are away then. A good restart from Jetty on DJ Williams, and then he won't be under any immediate threat. Ab Anderson then trying to get into the slipstream of Big Shotta. Already 1.7 seconds the gap between DJ Williamson and Synchronizer, so they've done what they had to do. Saige then looking to make some moves, a couple of moves happening elsewhere, as well as racing points involved. There's another Renault involved with Stevie G back there in 16th, unsafe release in the mix as well. Saige then up into 12th place already, Joe, making some gains immediately after the restart.
Yeah, he has, and you've seen Tom Chad going on around the outside, around the teammate, and he's right behind Saige as well. So, and Big Shot is 1 second off Caesar already after 4 corners.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for these guys as well, behind these guys on the softs. As I think DeMiles has had an accident there. Yeah, oh, a collision with Invictus as well, just coming out of turn 5. But I think they've managed to avoid being down. Just fucking, he is side by side, trying to hold on. Synchronizer there in 3rd as well. So these softs not looking particularly hot, and this is killing everyone who is, you know, on these mediums behind these softs. This is perfect. This is the perfect scenario for Jetty and DJ Williamson to just run away into the distance. This battle has allowed Big Shots to creep back in within DRS, but of course I don't think it will be reactivated just yet. So who's got the ERS, who's got the straight line speed? Fastest lap of the race go to DJ Williamson in the Williams.
And he just lets Albon through, or has he? No, he's very defensive.
Very defensive. Later braking now is Albon. Can he hold it? Big Shotta will have the race in line, and he's going to hold it then as well. As a Saige then, Tom Chad side by side, mediums versus hards. Tom Chad, almost bit of contact. That could have gone horribly wrong. See his teammate then behind as well. There's a CVG there battling with unsafe release. A nice little scrap there. Plenty of scraps going on. This is what you'd like to see, but a bit of a gap emerging there at the front. You see the gap to the leader then, already 6 seconds between Caesar and Jetty. So again, these tyre differences are beginning to
contact. King Alex absolutely went straight into Albon's gearbox.
He's got wing damage
I don't know
on
if
the
he got damage.
hand side. He does. So that's for 10th place then. So plenty of points up for grabs as Caesar looking to put the pressure on Awesome Dude. Thinks about going defensive into turn 12. So Caesar then maybe a bit pent up here at this phase of the race, as there's a heated there on the back of Focky. And they carry around the Haas's one more time as Tom Chad making his way through. And that is into P11 then for the Racing Point, who's moving up the order after this safety car restart. DRS is now enabled. That's not going to stop Heated from reeling Focky, and he's going to go for a move. Oh, I thought about a little bit of a move there from Focky, perhaps, not sure. But Caesar's trying to make this move then on the inside of Austin 2. Can he make it stick? He's got the inside line for turn 2. And CVG getting by Silas there as well. So plenty of battles, Joe, going on. So you get on to lap 8.
It's hard. Unsafe lead. Nearly gets the move on Saige.
So Heated still stuck behind Focky as they head on to lap 8. Then as they head up the hill once again. Again, these Renaults and Mercedes are in plenty of action. Saige gets into P13 there, but yeah, there's a...
Oh, we got a spinner! Oh, Silas on the curb. And unsafely hits the back of him. You have damage? Yeah, like I think he has damage on the left hand side.
Go back up to this fight up here for P4. Don't want to miss anything up here to look at something down in P16 or something. Because
like
this. Oh, here we go. We've got a pitter. It has a Synchronizer heading into the pits on lap 9 then. So he's the first Haas then to blink. His teammate soldiers on.
Saige is in the wall.
Saige. But we're going to stick on board with this because Heated is going to go for a move on Focky, who's not covered at the inside of the line enough to deter Heated from making a move down the inside. But Focky, if he can get the good traction there, no, his tyres just simply fail him. And Heated with DRS will pull away then. And that should be Heated then into P3 after a Synchronizer piss. Oh, bit of contact between Caesar and Focky. These two have come to blows plenty of times before. Be no quarter given, but good space left there, as I think Caesar will have... I'm not sure if he let go of the accelerator there, but Focky is back through into P4 then. So that ends that. Oh, Albon almost loses on the curb of turn 4 and trying to put pressure on Big Shota, who is still stuck behind. But thankfully for Albon, not losing too much time because these guys in front are squabbling hard. But that is allowing Joe Heated, DJ Williamson, and Jesse to just run away at the front.
Oh, they're gone, Graham. They're not coming back. They're gone. But they have to pay as well, so maybe they're going to stop.
We'll have to see. But it's got big problems then for Caesar and Austin Dude. Oh, we cut the corner there slightly. Who are stuck then and just losing more and more times. So these Hasses then, John, the softs have played a big role in this race as Focky then peels in, and that releases Caesar, it releases Austin Dude, and then Big Shot not too far behind that either. Then I'll look to put the pressure on him. But let's see then if Austin Dude will think about making the move. I think Caesar has got DRS. This Big Shot then goes very defensive very early on. Not sure you had to go that far to the right hand side of the track, but
no, I didn't think so either.
Not under pressure this lap at least, and you can hold on to P6. But he's I think he's letting people know, Joe, he's not going to be overtaken so easily.
Yeah, he's dead right.
As Mike gets by Silas Nass for P12, but let's try and stick up here. Tom Chad making some moves as well in this race, Joe. His progress has been pretty good. He's putting pressure on CVG there. That's for 8th place.
That's for basically.
And he has stopped, right? Yeah. I just had to check just to make sure Tom Chad hadn't made a stop, and he has indeed. So that is for legitimate position. Different tyres, of course, but yeah, that is for legitimate position.
Yeah, Graham, I don't understand this. The cut and the chicane. Like, what is it like? Is it when you're on top of the big, massive curve?
You can cut it quite. You can cut quite a bit of it. So you just need to kind of go around it.
Fair enough.
As you're supposed to with a chicane. But I think Joe Caesar here is going to be looking to make a move on the Heated, who's nearly 6 seconds behind DJ Williamson, and won't have benefit of DRS as again Silas going back and forth. I'm going to stick with this though. Austin not too far behind this either, as Heated darts to the right hand side, going to try and deter Caesar from making a move down the inside. He's done that much at least, but he's going to compromise himself coming out of turn 1, and will have DRS for turn 2. He might outdrag him, even if he doesn't have the inside line. Has to leave a bit more space than that, though.
Squeezed like a lemon. Oh, the contact.
But no wing flying, thankfully, as Saga is still swapping their way through P12 and P13. But Heated has defended that for now, but at the cost, he's lost even more time. He almost has half a second in this first sector to DJ Williamson.
Austin Dude is closing up now rapidly, but these two battling. Big gap then behind. Austin Dude, 2.4 seconds. And then the other boys then are just gone.
Well, CVG up past there, Joe, for P7. Stevie G has got through. I think Albon's struggling in some way because he dropped out of a second, a Big Shot there before, and then I don't think Stevie G was all over the back of him. So I think some sort of mistake. He seems to be sliding about a bit. Is Albon, but not sure what the issue is on those mediums. But we still got a nice scrap here. 3-way scrap for P4. Top 5 all on the same strategy now, so it's very much all racing each other, but top 2 a little bit further forward. But it doesn't look like, Joe, this lap that Caesar is close enough to make a move. Certainly not that he was certainly not to the point he was last lap. Again, bit of contact. Caesar's exit of turn 2 is like he got on the power a bit quicker this time, having not being oh, he's going to go for it. Space is left. Down the inside, contact. Awesome dude right there as well. Go stick with him actually from his point of view for this.
Yeah,
in case things get saucy.
Looking good.
As Focky gets by to Miles for P15 there, and no way through up the hill then into turn 4. So again they have to sit back, and Heated is really costing Caesar and also a lot of time.
If I was Awesome Dude, I'd just go into none and save your ERS and just wait to pounce.
See, the gap to the leader there is 11 seconds from Heated then to Jetty, so you can see how much time they're losing so much time. Ooh, Heated get a wheel onto the grass. Is that going to give Caesar a chance? You had a look. Heated covered it off. The yellow flag in sector 2.
Was
I
out.
think that is
a
Mercedes.
Silas, yeah, never mind.
He's carrying on, so no threat of safety car, which would be a big blow for Jetty and DJ Williamson, who have built a nice gap. It would be a disaster If well, not so much. Perhaps they could just put on a step hard. They have plenty of gap to do it. But Clouds Joe begin to form a bit.
Yeah, I'm just about to say, Graham.
Oh, later on the break in Caesar, he's going to have the outside, becomes the inside for turn 2. Now it becomes a drag race then basically to turn 2. And I think this should be advantage Caesar. He sends it. Oh, bit of contact.
More contact.
Front to rear, but he is through. And that was coming for a few laps then, and see if Austin Dude can follow through in quick pursuit. He won't certainly do it up towards turn 4. But then now Caesar is through and into 3rd place then.
I can see these boys still battling out this lap now, Graham, again.
We shall see.
Yeah, it looks a bit misty, so it is. A bit foggy out.
Yeah, a bit foggy out, you might say.
Wow.
But yeah, I wonder. Plenty of time left. You know, we're not even half distance yet, so
yeah, I know.
We could see.
Felt like years. This is.
Has it? I think I've seen worse. Got some good scraps at least, but will still have DRS on this lap on Caesar, but might not have it for the next one. We shall see. But this will affect Austin Dude's ability, of course, to pass with the obviously Alfa Romeo in front, getting a bit more of that straight line speed. Again, he's kind of 5/10 behind, and Caesar feeling the need to go defensive. Now he doesn't have DRS, of course, it is worth mentioning, but he should decide not to go for a move on this occasion at the very least. So he's not got a bad exit out of turn 2, but he's again not going to be close enough. You really need to be right down someone's inside to make a move here into turn 2. And wasn't quite close enough there, but the field just spread a little bit in there now.
4th to 9th.
See there the gap there. Sidegate then 27 seconds behind Jetty. Not stuck in medium traffic though. There is could be a little bit of fun here between himself and Synchronizer. 3/10 the difference. With the tyres there, you can see mediums for Synchronizer. Of course, started on softs, so technically he's fulfilled his 2 compound criteria. But oh, if anyone can make tyres last around Hungary, the Synchronizer
he's
is
your
the
man.
So we shall see what he can do with those mediums.
So he can work wonders.
You know it to be true. Yeah, flag sector 2, I think that's Mercedes again. That must be Silas.
No, it's campaign.
It's campaign. You're right. I was distracted there for a second because Ostud almost hit the inside barrier there at the last turn there. Would have chopped his wheel off.
Here comes Heated.
He's going to go first. No, he doesn't. Okay, he set himself up though for a good run out of turn 1, heading into turn 2. As a couple of people into the pits. Albin and an unsafe release into the pits. Maybe unsafely he's got some wing damage. You could check there, Joe. Pitting on hards.
Yeah, he has.
It's unfortunate for him. As Stevie Gijo is getting into the fray here now. He's within DRS of this fighting trio, so it's meant to become a quartet then. Could be fun.
Could be fun, boy. Get your bets out, boys. Who's going to win? And we have who is that? And Invictus is in the wall. And he reset the track.
He's basically he's running last anyways, and he's a lap down there. You can see DJ Williamson and Jetty just overtaking him there and putting a lap on him. This battle could be for a podium, Joe. So it's very important. And
it's looking like a Graham.
Caesar hasn't driven away either. Now the important thing to mention is that when these guys come out, they are going to be in behind Sidegate. Who has made it, we think, is his final stop, and Focky's right there as well, and Heated is coming into the pits.
And Austin Dude.
CVG carries on. Gets himself slowed down in time. Austin always got into the back of him there, didn't he?
And he's fitness set hard. And so is Heated, sorry. My bad.
It's a nice little battle, Joe. Synchronizer trying to get by Iberby and Michael. These guys make their exit from the pit lane there. You can see Psyche right behind as well. Focky right there as well. Ooh, and the Renault almost making contact with the Ferrari, but Synchronizer looks like he is through. And his teammate looking to do the same
very low ERS, Graham. ERS 7 is appalling.
Yeah, it's pretty low, right? So where did that put them at? Then look at this, the leading bunch here. I say leading bunch, top 5 here are right behind. So Heated, Psychic, they're not too far behind. Austin Dude there as well. So it's all bunch up, Joe.
See, I don't know whether it's raining or not. Like, no one like tells me like
See, the
that.
problem, the problem is, I think you're not gonna put on a set of softs because that's obvious.
Yeah,
You might.
obviously, yeah.
Ooh, sorry, one second. Fucky drives clean around. I've been Mike there. That's for P8. And you're not going to put on a set of. We've got pitters. We've got DJ Williamson and Caesar then into the pits. You're not putting on a set of mediums potentially because some of these guys started on mediums as well. Is worth bearing in mind. So
Sure. Williamson's on hard.
is the only kind of choice some of these guys have in terms of criteria. Plus, it could get to a point where the rain might come at the end, but you still want to be on the correct tyre.
Yeah, but you don't know if it's rain though. Like, it's brightening up again, like, Graham. So it's not raining, obviously.
Well, not right now.
The people couldn't tell us, like.
Psyche down the inside, then he's coming right near, I think that's Ivor Mike, but Caesar right behind that as well. So, very, very close. Then they're all bunching up after the stops.
Oh, King Alex, it's in the wall! He lost it coming out the last corner. Wing, right, end plate, gone. He's pulling over, he's going to retire the car, I think. He's going to just sit there. Retire it.
And Jetty then hits from the lead as his teammate is sat on track. So Jetty pits.
Oh, and who's that? Callum Payne. That turn 5 curb again takes another life.
You can see there the swap between
and
the two
King
Ferraris.
Alex is out.
Tom Chad into the pits as well. Where will Jetty emerge? He's behind Stevie G then. That's interesting. Big Shotter then moves ahead, but of course Big Shotter's yet to make a pit stop. There is DJ Williamson further behind, so that's interesting then, Joe. Stevie G, we think we can go to the end.
Yes, surely. He pitted what? Lap 5.
Early.
4.
Safety car.
Yeah, he should.
So that means Jetty has got 6 seconds to make up on 13 lap younger tyres. Can he do it?
And Big Shot there. Oh, Caesar lagged out.
I was just on board with him as well. He's looking like he's trying to have a go at Sidegate there, and has lagged out. So that's good news for everyone behind him. Hopefully Caesar can get back into that car as quickly as possible. But this won't be helping Jetty make any progress. He's got to get by this McLaren as quickly as possible. But he's caught him at a bad part of the track.
He'll wait to get the RS shortly. Jeez, DJ Williamson lost a fair chunk of time. Or was he that far behind?
He probably was.
Was he 4 seconds or 6?
I think he was just kind of in around that range. Basically, as a Jetty here with basically full ERS is going to make this pretty simple, and Big Shotter.
Light work.
We've seen him fight. We've seen him dart to the right anytime he's felt a threat, but picking his battles wisely there, and Jetty goes through then into P2 and can begin his pursuit of the race leader, which is Stevie G. Nothing else changing too much though. Caesar's not back in his car quite yet. He's back in the lobby though. He's fallen down the field, but he is still in the top 10. Albon a little bit further behind him so far, as Heated looking to put a move on Saige. He's going to try and go around the outside of turn 2. He's got the inside for turn 3. Bit of contact, but he is through. As Heated then into 7th position, and Austin Dude right behind. Hit this little scrap as well. So you see there 2 Hasses running line of stern, one on mediums, one on hards. We'll see how that works out for Synchronizer.
Yeah, be interesting, Ari. I believe it'll work though. But he will lose time. That's the only thing. Big Shot would want to be going in. Yeah, maybe he's going source for the last stint, but I don't know. Jetty 19.6 on hards. He is closing.
Gap is just over 5.5 seconds, about 4/10 or so taken out on that last lap. Now, will these Hasses do a switch, I wonder, or will they play? Oh, is it a car on the
Sector 2
wall?
and Invictus is in the barrier.
He's going through the wars, but he's still running.
And Caesar is still not in his car.
No, still not back in. Tom Chad then moves ahead of him into P11. Tom Chad's going to be one I'm really interested to see his progress in this race. Fresh set of mediums, not too far behind. He can make up
And
that
big
time.
shot is after spinning on turn 5 curb, and there goes the wing. Oh, don't reverse back. Oh,
Nice.
okay, right.
Haas is coming up. They will get by. That's a shame for Big Shot. He's running very well. Would have loved to have seen how that last stint would have unfolded, but if a safety car comes out now, he might still be safe.
Yeah, you will, yeah, hopefully.
You'd have to hope in the next 20 seconds that such a thing happens. So that's unfortunate. Again, it's just the slightest touch on that turn 5 curb, and that's all it is.
It's like the turn 12 curb in Bahrain, Graham.
Oh, I find that one a bit more forgiving than this turn 5. You don't even want to, like, at least you might be able to kiss the turn 12 one in Bahrain. This
No,
one
you don't even want to look at, like, you don't even want to look
any
at
part of it. As Spocky
one.
looking a little impatient
Invictus
here
is
behind.
reversing down the track.
I think Focky's going to have a go here, and I don't think Synchronize is going to fight him too hard for it. So there you go then. Haas is then switching as Big Shotta unfortunately speeds into the pit lane then as well. I think DeMiles has had an off there as well in Sector 3. But just going to stick with this then as, ooh, a Psyche, awesome dude. The contact on the edge there. That is awesome dude then into P7. Ahead of Psyche then, so Psyche beginning to slip a little bit as the guys with the fresher tyres are beginning to make their pace advantage known, and you can see that is reflective as well. Stevie G 4.4 now ahead of Jetty, and well, that time is only going to come down.
Dropping Graham. Second there, last lap. He can see his prey. Tom Chad picks up a 3-second penalty. Yeah. What Synchronizer do, will he hold up the bike behind?
I kind of wonder if that was part of the plan perhaps during the first stint, because one of them
Oh
fell.
Jesus! That ghost car. Where's your man gone?
It's on the exit there.
In the wall.
Oh, Invictus is
tired
then.
now.
There it is.
Literally 2 laps down, like Graham. Surely he's gonna have.
It's points up for grabs, Joe.
I know, yeah, it was 3 points, 4 points, whatever it was. I don't know how many points. 2.
Here comes Synchronizer though. He's going to go for it. No, not close enough. But I do wonder if they had perhaps planned it, because I know one of them. I can't remember which one was running in front. I think I can't remember if Synchronizer or Focky was running. It was a Focky running in front on the softs, but a gap dropped. Like there was a. I thought Synchronizer might have been in front actually, but
no, Synchronizer was 5th. He started 5th.
But I know they were like one of them dropped like 2 or so seconds behind the other, and I wonder if maybe one of them was helping the other. Perhaps, you know, maybe as actors with a buffer. I'm not sure, but they're they're used to gamesmanship. These two, like which is like, and it's all within the rules, like.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't have surprised me if because they've obviously they've been around the scene long enough. They've give a lot of thought to the things that they do as teammates. So it wouldn't surprise me if perhaps one acted as decoy for the other. And well, at the end of the day, they're on the same bit of track again, and the guys they were fighting with, for the most part, in that early stint, are behind them. Like your awesome dude, Heated, Caesar's back in his car, thankfully. So somehow it's worked out for these Haas boys.
Yeah, it's just looking
Rob
at
Anderson's off, and he's
in
retired.
the wall, and he's out.
I know Tom Chad was close. I don't know if there's any contact, but they were definitely close as Austin looking to try and put a move on Heated, who goes defensive. You know, Flack is Sector 3 still, but Heated has the inside line. Space left on exit, so can Awesome Dude use the extra straight line speed to get himself alongside? He is alongside, but has to go around the outside of turn 2, because the inside for turn 3, can he get himself far enough forward? He can. A little bit of contact, and I think Heated may have let him go at the end there, but Awesome Dude is then up into 6th place, Joe.
Good drive so far. Yeah, Jetty's 2.9 now, Graham.
Yeah, closing and closing and closing. I
suspect like Jaws. Do-no, do-no, do-no.
It's a great Jaws impression.
Yeah, no matter. I don't want to get copyrighted.
I imagine you might find it difficult to get, you know, past heading down this main straight, but he will obviously be able to use his tyre advantage coming out of turn 1, and then with the DRS then as well, be the area where he makes his move heading down towards turn 2. But that's well, not too far in the distant future, because Joe, we are on lap 24 of 35. It did look overcast there for a spell, but the sun has come back out now, so we can safely rule out threat of rain. It was looking sketchy for a while though.
It was, Graham, yeah. I was afraid I had to go in and get the umbrella and bring it out. But, you know, Mr. Sun is back.
Mr. Sun is back, yeah.
Mr. Sun, boy.
Stellar stuff. Unfortunately, Joe, there's not a lot going on track at the moment.
Yeah, I know, Graham, yeah. I know.
The Haas boys are kind of the closest we've got, really, to some sort of action. I do think there's going to be a lot of closing up, so guys on fresher tyres closing up to guys on older tyres. We'll see if, I imagine Synchronized will be going to the end, because that's the only question mark I can see in terms of who's left to come in of the front bunch. So I think we just, in many ways, just have to wait and see how things unfold. Which makes for great spectacles.
Yep. Correct, Graham.
So 20.1 there for Jetty was his last lap. Gap was under 2 seconds. And DeMiles is out of this race. I think he's lost it there at turn 5. I think he may have. Oh, the VSC is out, Joe. Virtual safety car is out. Here is the car. Anyone close enough? Couple Caesar there. He's coming in. So Caesar then taking use of this VSC unsafe release, doing the same as well. So I'm going to assume, Joe, we're going to see a set of softs here, possibly for unsafe release. Caesar, set of mediums looks like for him. There they go. Oh no, they weren't ready for him. They weren't ready for unsafe release. Oh, they were. It was a graphical glitch. Good stuff, Codemasters. I love it. They're the only ones though that looks like it's gonna. They're gonna get. It's actually worked out perfectly. Look at that. As soon as Caesar got out there, back up to racing speed. So that's a free pit stop for him, basically.
This is Graham, yeah. Sorry,
so it does help Big Shot to move back into the top 10, but he's going to have some quick cars behind him on fresher tyres. So we'll have to see if he can contend with the pressure. Again, these two Haas's. I think actually Jesse's lost a bit of time on that last lap. Gap is over 2 seconds again.
Yeah, he has. He was 2 seconds.
Maybe he lost some time with the VSC there. Yeah, it's an art, isn't it? Getting the restart. There is an exploit I know that you could do beforehand.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. So this.
But again, our closest gap is between the two Haas's. This is for P4. And unless something happens to either CVG, Jetty, or DJ Williamson, I imagine, Joe, then this is what they're going to be. This is what they're fighting for. Quote, fighting
Correct,
for.
Graham, yeah. Yeah. Fighting for the win, boy. I don't know if anyone has penalties now. I'm just going to have a little quick gawk here.
Have a gander. I've seen a few fly in, of course, over the course of the race, but I'm not sure if it affects
I won't tell you. I won't tell you.
Yeah, you can leave it. It could be our surprise for the end. If you can call it that. So Tom Chat picks himself up a penalty. I don't think that's his first tonight, so he's in P9.
No, I don't think so either, Graham.
But he's got a good
Jetty hasn't dropped the gap down. 1.4 now. He is closing, boy.
Coming in quick. Oh, Tom Chat could get a few more penalties and he'd be fairly safe. He's got a 14-second lead over Big Shotter there in 10th place.
Yeah.
As
correct.
The gap continues to fall. Like you said, 1.5 seconds. Took about 7/10 out of that last lap, and already gaining on this lap as well. Let's see then, Synchronizer and Focky, anything going on? Not a lot of ERS, of course, on either car really, but more so Synchronizer, and again putting it into the. They've got 5 seconds to also do there in 6th, so.
Yeah, they're doing great. They're towing each other along. That's all they're doing, Graham.
Yeah, that's all they need to do, really. Yeah.
Yeah.
We might have a little change for position here, Joe, for P12.
Interesting.
Unsafe release. Having made a stop under the VSC there, as The other person that made that stop under the VSC, Caesar, getting the fastest lap of the race. This will be a position change then for P12. Although Unsafe Release electing to go on the outside. Switch back. Fresher tyres. DRS. It's going to go around a long way. But he should be able to get this move done fairly easily. And there you go then. Easy enough move then for Unsafe Release. He moves up to P12, I think, Joe. That'll be it for him. Unless anything changes late on.
And it's 1.1 seconds, Graham.
Yeah,
he is dipping into that DRS soon enough.
Within the next lap, for sure.
Oh,
snap. Oversteer, that would have been pretty bad. 14, I didn't realise how big his gap was over DJ Williams. It's 14 seconds.
Yeah, I didn't know, Graham, either. It's a big gap.
It's a big gap.
A big buffer.
As Unsafe Release gets a 3-second time penalty. Now he's got to pull out enough of a gap over Ivor Bryn Mike there for P12. See if he can hold on, but again, you should see Jetty close the gap during this sector. Get 13 lap difference is the margin of the tyres, and big shot at Green to the pits. And he already got the second one of the race. I want to see what he's putting on here. Is he changing a wing?
What?
Tyres from the
What's he doing?
An interesting choice there. I'm not sure what's going on.
What's he doing? Like, he's getting points anyways, like.
Maybe he had to deal with something, but...
maybe, yeah.
Because, yeah...
That's disappointing, though.
Yeah, it is. It is disappointing for him, because his race was actually going pretty well. He was back in the top 10 as well after his accident at turn 5 there, but... Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, and that's unfortunate for him. He was set to score his first point of the season, I believe, so... That's a shame. Hope everything is okay with Big Shotta. No points for McLaren today then. Unfortunately for them.
Unfortunately.
No safety car then. There you see the Ghost. There's Alba Anderson then, who of course is out of this race as well. I think they may have collided with Tom Champ. I'm not 100% sure on that. But it was definitely close. They were definitely close to each other on track. And I'm seeing here, I'm trying to see here, Joe. Jetty's not running up to the back of DRS there of Stevie G. He's been fairly consistent this last lap.
Stevie G, yeah. Or...
Well, the gap more so. So Tom Chow gets by there on Saigate there. 25 lap old hard for Saigate. He's definitely feeling the effects of those. I think he may have had an error coming out of turn 1 perhaps because they weren't that close, were they? I may have missed it, but they didn't think they were that close now. But there you go then. Within the DRS this time is Jetty. Just about. Would have been affected, of course, by the dirty air of that Renault in front of him. But here we go then. First opportunity with DRS. I don't think he's going to be close enough this lap, but now he's in the position he needs to be, Joe.
He is, yeah, Graham, yeah. I can see him making it closing up anyways, and making it maybe next lap, or that, if he can keep the gap consistent.
He's got ERS he needs to have. They're pretty similar, two of them. VRS just under 50, just over 50% there, between just dipping in and under around that. But it is the closest battle we've got on track at the moment, so we're going to stick with this. Lap 30 of 35. So it took a little longer than I thought perhaps for Jetty to get within this range after the after look at the difference of the tyres. But this is the end of the race where you'd feel the tyre difference. Where 13 laps matters.
Yeah, it would.
Not so much the first bit. So let's see then how Stevie G can handle this. I mean, there's not a lot you can do if you can only fight with what you've got with the tyres. Only a bit wide there is Jetty. I wonder if that's any closer to a penalty. Almost runs into the back of Stevie G there. You might even have a look maybe into the last two corners. It's close enough, but again, difficult overtaking position. But he's going to be in a good position, Joe, with the DRS.
Oh, he is, yeah, definitely, 100%.
Make this move, and I think this should be game. Overtake mode.
Depends on the straight line speed, though, Graham, as well. Will he die down the inside? No.
He's heading for a switchback. You can see it in his eyes.
And he absolutely parked it on that apex.
He has, but CVG is doing a good job there. He's covering the inside line. Have to force Jetty around the outside, so any contact here could potentially be fireworks.
More rubbing.
More point to the guys below if things go wrong here. So I think everyone's hoping down below these two that some fireworks kick off A little bit of contact, as you say, but nothing too egregious. So we fight on. Lap 31. And there's a Mercedes off the track, just behind this group. So no harm done there for the leading pair.
The Silas is doing well, staying going, getting them points on the board.
A few points there for P14.
And Jay always goes wide that corner.
I think it's more to do with downforce at this stage than, you know, trying to find an advantage.
Yeah. It's just really the only battle, like.
It really is. There's not a lot going on. So
much closer
again,
now this time.
Let's see what he can do. DRS open, ERS deployed. Same story for Stevie G.
Mode 4. Down the inside has to. No.
Wave move then. Again, that's going to the outside. Can he get alongside them? Contact, run out road a little bit there. Might not be too happy with that, but let's see if he'll have another go.
Down the inside.
Late switch. Could have ended in a Valtteri Bottas style there. With contact, thankfully not. But late switch there.
He's much closer now, Graham. Much closer. Will he make the move now, or will he just... Oh, he is.
Into turn 4 is bold. Very tight.
Side by
excellent
side.
Racing. Has the outside for turn 5. That'll become the inside then. Obviously for turn 6. Again, it'll be advantage. Stevie G, and he makes it through. But can he get him heading into turn 9? Down the inside. Oh, bit of contact. Unsettles the car, but thankfully keeps it in the right direction. A great scrap here, Joe, in the midfield section between Jetty and CBG there.
That's what you love to see, like. Great racing. Great racecraft. That's what you love to see in Division 3. Brilliant.
I was worried that they would slice each other in turn 4. Like it's such a, with the speed and with the curb as well. It's such a tough place to really go side by side cleanly and avoid contact. But did very well there, but again, and much closer this
again
time.
Now.
I don't think he's got a chance here this time. I think it's going to be too much. He's going to have the outside line. It's Stevie G's only hope is to keep hold of that, and it's not even enough. The straight line speed too much, and the tyre difference now heading out of turn 1 will be too much. He's not got DRS, and that is Jetty through then on lap 33.
And Callum Payne's in the wall. Turn 2.
Spinneroo at turn 2. See if CBG has a reply heading up the hill towards turn 4. Not close enough, so I wouldn't. Is that job done, would you say?
No, not necessarily, no. Depends if Jetty can save ERS. I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe CVG's tyres might be falling off a bit. I don't know. I don't know what his wear is like.
He's dropping.
But he's after losing about 5/10 there alone.
Now that Jetty is free and in that clean air, see what it's doing for him. And what, realistically speaking, you need to be at least 5/10 back to make a move down to turn 1.
Yeah.
Like it needs to be at least that close. Anything else is going to be pretty tough to overcome even with DRS, and I don't think Stevie G's going to be able to fight this one, so he might have just to settle in. Again, we'll see what the penalty situation is, but he might have just to settle in. And to be fair, look, his race could have gone many different ways.
Yeah.
So I think he'll be fairly satisfied with P2. Always disappointing, of course, to lose the race late on, like that, but I think he's driven a pretty good race, considering the fact that I think he was the only driver that was screwed over by the safety car. I think he was just past it, and obviously he came in the lap after, so he's recovered well.
He's done well.
He's won the start on softs as well, is he not?
He is, yeah. He was pole, Graham, I think.
Yeah,
by 5/10.
Got himself he was convincing, Paul. Got himself a P2 out of it in the end here, looks like. So, from softs to hards, I've seen people come off far worse starting on the softs here. So I think he's done a very good job. So we'll stick with it. Potentially still something here. It's the only battle.
I think he'll just settle. I think he'll settle for second. I think he's not really like he's in low ERS.
And look, of course, he has the information that if the car in front has a penalty, so all he really needs to do is stay within 3 seconds. Tires sliding away though at the rear, so he's struggling a little bit there with those tires. Of course, they are they're coming on to 30 laps off, so
Absolutely battered.
they've done a fair journey. But Jesse then begins the final lap of the race. He is using the ERS there to may as well at this stage use it all, and trying to stretch his lead a little bit. I don't think he'll get to 3 seconds, but it'd be interesting if he did. So let's see.
I don't think Jetty had a penalty though.
We shall find out. Not a lot else going on really. DJ Williamson is in the land of his own for the final podium spot. Focky then still ahead of Synchronizer, who is going to get those mediums at the end, it seems. And then Austin Dude heated, Tom Chandler. So you can see how things have kind of just separated just a little bit there. As one last time then into this chicane goes Jetty. We thought he had the pace to do something here in this race. He qualified very high on the front row there on those mediums. And the first thing is always going to be key. See how quickly perhaps those worn mediums, of course, having done 3 laps of qualifying, maybe coming to his disadvantage. Wasn't to be the case. He was benefited from being in front of the Haas pair, who kind of held the rest of the chasing pack up, and from there did what he had to do, and he's come around the final corner now, Joe. 35 laps later. Perhaps
I believe that was my choice there.
But he wins the Hungarian Grand Prix. CVG then comes across to finish in 2nd place then. No penalty bailout for him. A good race nevertheless though from CVG. He'll be happy enough with that. 3rd place, DJ Williamson. A great podium for him. Worked out very well. He had a really good start, and that ultimately helped. Getting past the Haas was the best thing he could have done for his race. Speaking of, they did well. Focky and then Synchronizer, who just about finishes ahead of Austin Dude there on penalties, I believe. 4th, 5th, 6th then for those 3. Heated then come across the line to finish 7th ahead of Tom Chad. A good recovery, good drive there from Tom Chad in P8 there. He was quite far down the field to begin this race. Saiga then and Caesar wrap out the top 10. As then a couple of late stragglers, Callum Payne then finishing the lap down in P13. Disappointing one for him, I'm sure. He'd be disappointed having started in P11 on the hards. Unsafe release. And Iverbrim Mike then will come across then to wrap up this Hungarian Grand Prix. So, some interesting battles there.
The worst race now.
I've definitely seen worse.
You tell me about it. Tell me about it.
But there you go then. Jetty is your race winner. I'm going to skip that, sorry.
Oh, sure.
I skipped the podium. Ish.
Well.
So there you go then. Top 4 rather, all avoiding the penalty. This is Jetty ahead of Stevie G then. Top 2 swapping places then from qualifying. DJ Williamson up from 6th to 3rd. Focky then in 4th, and then Synchronizer then rounded out the top 5 in 5th. If you had to go with the driver of the day, Joe, who would you say?
Are we going by position or are we going by solid drive?
Whatever you fancy, Joe.
I think Stevie G.
You think Stevie G?
I think Stevie G, but maybe
So I would lean towards DJ Williamson myself.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you can give it to him.
You guess.
Yeah, go on.
Sure, why
on
not?
DJ Williamson, you celebrate driver of the day and your podium. Get the champagne now.
Champagne?
Champagne, I said.
Well, that's going to do it. Joe, thanks for joining me for this Division 3
Oh, what a grand. It's been a
race.
pleasure.
Would you like to tell...
Sorry about last week there, I wasn't available there.
Yeah. Would you like to tell what is next for TMT? What track?
Japan is next. Tuesday night, 8 PM. Be there, be square.
Oh, very good, Joe. Excellent outro. Thanks very much for watching, and until next time.
Bye.